Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Bob's and Angel's Factorio. I'm up here by our little plastic plant, plastic plant, just kind of keeping an eye on how things are going. We're pumping plastic out fairly slowly. I wasn't expecting much out of this system, to be honest. Like, once we set it up and we'd burned through the backlog of everything, I mean, we've got bugger all coming out of the ground in the way of gas at the moment. That is the battery research finished, which is what we're going to be working on next. I am thinking, because I've got all of the materials needed to get the Mark II pump jacks, so I think what I might do is just upgrade these immediately. That'll output a lot more in the way of... oh, okay, I'm off on an adventure. I'll increase the output of what comes out of the ground. So, I think that could be a good option. So I think what I'll do... I'll just grab these. Take them away. Because the Mark IIs will require the Mark Is in order to be produced. Or to be built. So, what do I need? I need steel plate. Well, ain't that fine and dandy? Have I actually got some available? I do. That should do it. There we go. Now they work at double the speed, I think. Mining speed of 1, mining speed of 2. Yeah. So they're gonna pump this stuff out of the ground just a hell of a lot quicker. I don't think I need 2 tanks of storage either. And I might actually put a pump in here just to make sure that the... everything's coming out of the tank as quickly as possible. So let's move that there. That covers everything. Good. So yeah, it's going to completely drain out the tank, but if the system does ever back up, then we've got some storage. It's better that we get all of the gas going into the separators as opposed to lingering around in the tanks. That'll keep things running a little bit smoother, and for now, I think I will leave it at that. I don't know how far back the belt is backed up, or the belts. Not far at all. Oh. I think it's going to be a long time before we get any of the kind of Petrochem stuff to a level that's going to be sufficient. But we need to get some more stuff down for the... blue science, and I've run out of iron. Has my copper backed up again? I should go and check that. Right, give me a sec. Copper hasn't backed up. What has backed up? Oh, it's the slag. You slag! Alright, I'm going to have to go and shoot that then. I'm going to replace that silo with a warehouse so it takes longer to empty out, I think. Begone, foul demon! Sorry, didn't mean to shoot you. A happy little odor. I like you. It's the slag that I don't want. There we go. That'll get things moving again. And you're not really all that full, so I don't have to worry too much. What about the crushed stone? Because that's something else I have to think about. That's nearly full as well. Okay. I will replace that as well. Wasteful, I know, but what are you going to do? Not much. I'm not going to do much. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. On that subject, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I could do with some lights. Can't see shit around here, even with my little light mod. Okay, well now I've finished faffing around with all of that stuff. Let's get some copper. Let's get some bronze being made. I think I have a blueprint for that somewhere. Where's my smelting blueprints? Do I not have a one-lane bronze set up? I don't think I do. I could have sworn that I did. Nope. Okay, let's have a look at bronze production. Let's get that sorted, and then we'll move on to the batteries. So, bronze plate, 4 from 40, that's normal. We need 18 and 6 of copper to tin. Okay, and I think that's that is a ratio of 3 to 1. So we want something like this kind of. Like, we want something like this, but we want 3 on one end of it. So, we'll take the... where's the tin? We'll take that one. We'll plonk that down. Let the bots put in what they can, and we'll edit this a little bit. I'm going to need some materials for making... I've still got an odd number of underground belts, and that's really annoying me. It's the most infuriating thing. Right, we want to tear up this underground belt nonsense. Let's get rid of all of this for the time being. Let's just work on this end. So let's get some blast furnaces. Right, you are already set up for tin, which is great. Right, that is the basics of everything there. So let's take this. We don't have to worry about the recipes on the rest of this. We'll just tear everything up, we'll put it in place, and then we'll worry about the casting machines once they finish crafting, because they'll probably all just go down and we can switch recipes out. As long as they're not getting fed with the wrong material, then that'll be fine. Like, I had to worry about the induction furnaces because they were set up for tin production, so they would have ended up... Like, if I'd connected the belts up and everything and it had all gone ahead with production, it would have started producing molten tin, which I don't need. I don't need that one. I'm already dealing with that one. I've already got that. I need something different. So this wants to go... Let's put you, say, there. The power lines will just connect up with the next one up. Get rid of that. Yeah, it would probably help if I put power lines in for everything as well, wouldn't it? Am I crafting those somewhere in the base? I've got a lot of, like, kind of basic stuff that I'm not actually producing yet that I probably should. I should have some kind of build-all thing around, but I don't, because I'm not very good at organising my shit. Right, let's switch this out for for bronze plate. And I just realised I crafted twice as many of these casting machines as I needed. That's fine, I'll need to make some other metal plates at some point so they can stay around. And I need 2 of those overflow valves, I think they are. Non-return valves, those are the ones. Get 2 of those. Then we just need to feed in copper and tin, which is going to be great because it means we get to use up some more of the other materials that we don't use so much. So that's, yeah, that's the 2 tin lines. So we'll shove one there. This guy can come down over here. Underground belt the lead. That's the way we should do this. And bringing some copper down is going to be fantastic. Oh, I can get rid of some more of it. Instead of bleeding out our eardrums with it. How the fuck I'm going to get it down there, though? I'm not entirely sure. Alright, I got an idea. Let's send this belt down this way. Send you down that way. And we'll go like that. And you can go there, I guess. That kind of works. Oh, mind. As long as this stuff all plugs in properly, it's going to be fine. And I know I'm already cocking up the way I was going to lay things out with the belts, but fuck it. It can all just look like this. It's probably all going to get torn up and rebuilt at some point anyway. Too far. We need to go over there. Right. You are now outputting tin in ingot form. These are loaded up on tin in ingot form. Wait for the copper to come down, and we should start getting some bronze plate. Oh, the excitement is real. Let's bring a belt over. Oh, that's brass plate. Okay, well, I'll switch you for bronze. So you now say brass, and the bronze plate can go in here. Although I'll be replacing that brass plate with batteries, probably. Just going to belt the batteries in. Oh, and I just ran out of belt. Sod's law. In it. Hey, there we go. Brass plate is on the belt. Wow, okay, that's pumping out pretty quick. It's a nice long belt as well. That should wind down as quite a chunk of the copper supply. With any luck. Because we're still drawing out of this first warehouse that we filled up really early on. Oh boy, that was a fun time in our lives, wasn't it? Yeah. How's the plastic doing? It's putting out a little more regularly, I think. Certainly more so than it was when we started up today. And this belt's not 100% compressed, but it will do. The blue science packs only need one every cycle, I think. Do they? I'm looking at the wrong screen. One every 12 seconds, so yeah, we're going to be producing more than enough. And I don't know what else bronze plate is actually used for. It is used in 3 things: Science Pack 3s, and for making bronze pipes. So I'm producing way more than this factory is ever going to need. Until we massively scale up the science. Which could be interesting. Okay, batteries. We need to figure out how to make those. Let's have a look at the recipe. Where am I going to find batteries? That's the big question. There they are. Plastic bar, lead plate, and sulfuric acid. Okay, sulfuric acid is the thing that we need to make. And we make that through a variety of means. Sulfuric acid is a recipe, or it is a product of sulfur dioxide gas and purified water. Purified water should be easy to deal with. Sulfur dioxide gas is produced from sulfur and oxygen. Makes sense. Sulfur we get from sulfuric wastewater purification, which is locked behind water treatment 2. Okay. We are getting somewhere with the things that we need to do. Water treatment 2. Give me this. Because I think that treatment cycle actually gives us purified water. So it's going to give us some of the stuff that we need already. Which is pretty cool. And it's already done. Lovely. Okay. I need to stop going to my research screen because that's not what I need. I need water treatment plant. Or hydro plant. And for that, I need some pipes. I did put pipe production down, didn't I? Yeah, I don't need 1,000. Oh. That means I've got to walk all the way over. Fuck it, give me some stone brick. I'm going to pave my way over there. Right, I'm on my way. This is how we're doing it. Fuck it, I'll make it look pretty once I... Oh. Make it look nice once we get things a little more kind of sorted, if that makes any goddamn sense. And then I actually need more stone brick and some steel plate, and then we can make some of these. Let's make a couple. We'll get a clarifier as well, because there's probably going to be stuff we'll need to void. And now I've got to figure out where I'm going to put everything, because this stuff, we could definitely take this clarifier off now, because we're going to be using this sulfuric wastewater. So you can go away. Let's bring the hydro plant over this way. You are going to be doing sulfuric wastewater purification. And you provide... well, there's sulfur, so that needs to come out into a box or onto a belt, but I'll put it in a box for now, just so I can see what stuff I have coming out of these pipes. Okay, and we have purified water and mineralized water. What ratios are we getting those in? Right, we're getting 70 purified water and 20 mineralized. What's mineralized water used for? Right, mineralized water is used to fill mineralized water barrels. Never would have put those two together. Green algae, which is something from the biotech stuff, in algae farms and stuff. And then there's crystal slurry to mineral sludge coal filtering. Ceramic filtering, so some kind of filters that are used in other things. I think these are used in producing. They're used in some sort of production further down the line. I can't remember what. I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff to do with the C block mod that a lot of people have been playing recently. But I have not even begun to look at that, so I'm not going to bother talking about it, because I don't know what I'm saying. Right, let's put that into a tank there. Let's put that into a tank there. So we've got mineralized water and we've got purified water. So I now need to take the sulfur that I am producing here, and I need to add that to oxygen. So I need air filters. Where do I find those? They in here? They are. I need some iron. I need loads of all of the things. Why is this lot not getting any molten iron? Why just not producing enough? This is coming through a bit thin, isn't it? Yeah. I had a feeling I wasn't going to be able to support the amount of stuff that I would want to produce. The steel is backing up, though. So I think once all this stuff backs up, it won't be so bad. Okay, I'll put that there. We'll get compressed air. Now, how is it I go about separating the air again? I can't remember. It's with the chemical plants. Right, nitrogen gas to oxygen. So let's actually connect you to the bloody air filter, shall we? Maybe even put you like this. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Shove you in there. Flare stack so that we can burn off the nitrogen immediately, because I don't need that. And the oxygen can go into whatever is going to be needed. Fucking hell, that stack's fairly high, doesn't it? What do I make this in? Another chemical plant. Okay, let me make one of those. This is the most rudimentary thing for getting all this stuff cobbled together. I'll work out like kind of fine-tuned setups for things as and when I make improvements to the systems. So if you go there, you are getting oxygen. You should be getting oxygen. I don't know why you're not. Maybe you need to get fed with some sulfur. So let's do the old extendo on that. How often do you need that? Once every 2 seconds. Oh, that's fine. Okay, you are now producing sulfur dioxide gas. Wondrous. So I now need to take the sulfur dioxide gas and mix that with the purified water I've got up in this tank in another chemical plant, and we can turn that into the sulfuric acid. Almost forgot what I was trying to make. That we need for making batteries. Oh, hooray! Sulfur dioxide gas. And wow, we burned through an awful lot of the sulfuric wastewater already. Probably take away this tank. We're still building up loads of the additional stuff like the acid gas and the condensates. But we've got the sulfuric acid that we need for making batteries. Wrong screen again, always. So we need to mix that with plastic bars and lead plates. And we got ourselves some batteries. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to add this to the bus. Because I quite like having, like, doing like the majority of the refining of materials like bringing most of the intermediate products down onto the main bus and then producing like all of the kind of getting some of the main production stuff underway up here. So I think this is a we'll put that there, and I will just bring this along a little bit, and that's going to be our sulfuric acid line. I am glad to finally be putting some fluids on this bus. Also going to build myself a couple of pumps just to make sure that I keep the flow fairly good. Ain't nothing worse than having bad flow. Oh, that was fitting in so smoothly throughout so much of that. There we go. This is not going to be much sulfuric acid at all, but it should be enough to start getting us some batteries. And that's what matters. Plastic's still pumping along at a nice rate. And as long as both of these processes are running, we shouldn't have to worry too much about like the kind of the Petrochem stuff backing up too much. So I will bring the bronze all the way along. There's a long belt. This bus is already monstrous, and I love it. So good. Okay, let's go and get the pipes over, and then we'll set up some battery production so that we can get... Fingers crossed... Actually, no, then after that we're going to have to sort out the elephant in the room, as it were, with the electronic circuit boards. These are going to be... I want to say fun. I think fun's the word when you want to deal with those. It's just... It's not like the worst thing in the world. It really isn't. It's just there's... You know, it's not like throwing green circuits into red circuits into blue circuits. It's kind of rinsing and repeating what we did with the earlier tier, but just with more stuff. I'm not entirely sure on how much space I'm going to need here, so what I'm going to do, now that I've got the blue science packs researched, I'm going to load up these machines with the recipes, and I need 2 belts, that much is clear, and then I need a... Ooh, how am I going to do this? I suppose I could set up the engine production first. Yeah, if I set up engine production, then I can set up batteries, and then after that we'll set up the electronic circuit boards. That works. Okay, I need to set up... See, for engines it's 2 pipes and 1 gear, I think. And they're produced... Oh, I'm trying to do this 1 a second, so... Yeah, I need 2 of the pipes and 1 of the gears. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that, because I'm brain farting on this. And then I want 1 fucking run out. Okay. Just getting a little bit more research done so I can improve the range and speed of my nanobots. They're running a little slower than I would like them to, so I thought, you know what, I'll speed them up a little bit, I'll give them some help. That is going to be the end of that belt there. We need to bring some steel over, but we only need like half a belt, so we'll just do that. I need more belt. There's so much belt in this game, it's ridiculous. Who'd have thought in a game all about automation you'd need more of the stuff that gets things done for you? Honestly, it's just an outrage. It really is. But that will be a half belt of engines that will provide all of these machines. And now we need to set up batteries. So let's figure out how we're going to do that. How are they made? What are they made in? They are made in chemical plants. Of course they are. Right, so batteries take 5 seconds to produce. That's a long time for a battery. I need 1 every second, so I may as well just make 5 machines for now. They will be going onto the bus, so at some point I will be ramping up production. But for now, I'm just going to make up a basic little blueprint that will serve the needs of the research. In fact, you know what? Bugger it, I'm going to double it, just to be sure that we're getting all of the production that we need. I'm pretty sure that the factory's not going to be able to support this for the time being. But, you know what? It's fine. I don't mind. I'm planning for the future. That's my excuse. I'll stick to it, I think. If you don't mind. I don't mind. Half of these I want to offset their offload, or their output, onto the other side of the belt, so we can just keep these as balanced as possible. And now we bring down the pipes. That gets the sulfuric acid into the system. Let's bring up a mixed belt of plastic and lead plate, if I remember right. Still curious as to why I only have like half of a underground on me at all times for some reason. It's still very confusing and mildly upsetting. Right, lead. You can go there. I may as well bring the secondary battery line down this way. I won't bring it out like massively, but you're going to be connecting in here, so you may as well have some sort of output. God bless the belt brush. It is a marvellous thing. Okay, plastic's finally making its way up to the battery production. And oh dear, I think we're struggling for some power. That could be problematic, but there we go, batteries. Look at them go. Marvellous little things. They're going to power the world. Well, actually, you know, powering the world, we need to actually get some more power. So, I need to head off over this way, while everything just does its thing. We've gone quite a while without having to boost the power, so that's not too bad. I'm quite pleased with that. But we should go and just check to see how much we've got on the column that we have. How much do we have? 40. Okay, so we need a brand new column. Okay, may as well double it. No, it's not a problem with the amount of steam engines we've got. It's just that some of them aren't functioning. We haven't got enough coal. So I'm crafting all this lot for no good reason. Okay. Let's clear away some of these dead miners. We'll see what we can do to fix the situation over here. Tidy up some belts, at the very least. Yeah, the side that is mining stuff for the power supply is looking a little worse for wear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to split this off. Actually, I should split it off before it goes... Actually, no, I can go to the trains first. They don't matter too much. Well, that belt doesn't matter too much, because obviously shitload of, or bugger all is going to be going to the trains because we haven't actually got that many on the tracks at the moment. So that should help things. Filling out this belt will definitely make an improvement. There's a lot of miners I need to go and clear out of Saffrite 1 as well, because that place is looking dead. Ooh. Now that we're producing sulfuric acid, however, we could go about... sending some of that over in a small train. Not that we're actually producing much, I must say, but we could start making use of the sulfuric acid for getting the infinite sapphire out of the ground. But I mean, like, all of these machines have already started to stop producing stuff. Which ain't bad. I mean, all of this stuff's backed up, so it's not bad for what it is. But power has just kind of leveled out, and we are meeting the factory's demands at the moment. So, hey, that's all right. And I've built all of the stuff needed to set up a new one of these for some additional power anyway. So that's not the worst thing in the world. I will put a chest down over here. that will just hold all of the steam engine stuff, so that when I come over and need to replace it, it's all just going to be here. I am thinking of moving all of this power stuff. We could maybe take it somewhere else. Preferably by a lake that might maybe have a giant patch of coal next to it, but the best I can see is this one. Which I guess wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Be like a little power outpost or something. I just can't seem to get away from the kind of decentralized towns, districts sort of layout. I don't mind, I like that kind of playstyle with this game, to be honest. Let's put a offshore pump in here as well, just because it's going to be needed. And yeah, I'll leave that there, I think. Yeah, these pipes are pretty much completely empty at the moment. They're not going to be producing, we're not going to be producing much in the way of sulfuric acid. Is it a case of not enough machines? Are we not producing enough sulfur dioxide? So we're not producing sulfur quickly enough, and I think that's because we're not getting enough sulfuric wastewater. Which basically means we need to ramp up all of this. Like, everything that's going on here needs to be going into overdrive. We need more machines doing all of the Petrochem stuff in order to get a decent balance for everything. But I think that things are going fairly well here. It's ticking over slowly. Especially doing, like, you know, kind of an episode every fortnight. It does mean that things take a little longer to kind of kick into motion. But for the most part, I think things are going very well. I am going to have to wrap this episode up here. But we got batteries on the belts. We've got engine production and batteries for the blue science. We've got the brass plate. I might actually just bring that up here as well while I'm in the neighborhood and while I'm thinking about it. Now, I'm going to do things like this because when I eventually get the circuits that are needed for this, once I eventually get them, they're going to load in this way. They're going to come backwards along the bus from wherever I end up making them. I mean, it'll be just past all of the battery stuff, but I think we'll just sling it along the bus in an opposite direction, because it's going to be sharing the same belt space, so there's no reason not to, I guess. That can all go in there, and we will soon see that we only need one more ingredient before we can get blue science, and we can start looking at the next lot, and that's just going to be fun, isn't it? No, I'm enjoying this. This is good fun. It's a lot of head work. It's a lot of figuring things out, and it does force you to play the game in a very... I mean, the gameplay itself doesn't change when it comes down to this sort of stuff. But the way that you build your factories very much does. You have to take new ingredients and new recipes and new kind of layouts into consideration. And it really does change up the kind of the whole game experience. It gets you thinking with a more real-world way of producing things, which I really like, and I think is a great way of modding the game. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. This genuinely just continues to go on. Until we get to maybe around here, and then it might start getting a bit dodgy. Do we recommend this, Elizabeth? I really don't know.